All right, the restart is presented by your Tri-State Cadillac dealer. So Pete says that Major League Baseball manipulating the baseballs is the issue, not pitchers using sticky substances. Andy, I know the way you think and the way you will report on this now that we've heard it. I just can't help but think about a lockout and how far apart these two sides are in terms of trust. Is that what you were thinking when you heard him speak?
Yes, it speaks to what is a fact, which is the lack of trust, obviously, from players to MLB leadership. I don't think you'd have a lot of NBA players calling Adam Silver out for manipulating the game or salaries in a way like that. There seems to be a basic deficit of good faith on the two sides, where a player like Pete could say this is a fact, even though he didn't have evidence to back it up. Great point, Doug. It speaks to the lack of trust.
Andy, I love facts as much as you do, but the very fact that Pete Alonso brought this up and says that players are talking like this indicates the chasm that is between both sides in this coming labor apocalypse, and it just speaks to the fact that it is going to be bloody when they bring up the CBA and try to get a new one going. There is so much, as you say, there is so much distrust between the sides, and Pete just laid out how much the players distrust management in this instance and the commissioner's office, because he just laid it all out on the line that they're conspiring to suppress salaries depending on which free agent class is bigger and better any given year. They're manipulating the baseball and making changes, to keep that money down. I mean, battle lines are drawn. The sabers are going to be drawn, and we're all going to be poorer for the war that's coming. But it's going to be bad, and it's going to be bloody.
Moose, I know you spent almost your entire radio show talking about all of this today, and that was before Pete Alonso said what he said. We were talking on the show yesterday about how, look, this isn't as mysterious as steroids or banging a trash can. But how big of a story do you think we and Major League Baseball now have on our hands?
Yeah, I think it's pretty big. I mean, I really do. First off, I mean, the massive discord between the two sides, there's little to no trust whatsoever, and you don't blame the players for not having the trust in the owners. And then you get to this spider tech, right? It's been around 10 years, right? So, I mean, the formulation is it'll increase your spin rate by about 30%. So what exactly do you believe? Major League Baseball continues to mess with the baseballs year in and year out. We've seen it, whether it be, the juiced ball era, now to the dead ball, now to the year of the pitcher, now making the adjustments where you're attacking the pitchers for putting the substance on the baseball because there's been mass criticism and the sport is boring. So everything we spend so much time about talking about what's wrong with Major League Baseball. That seems to be the focus instead of accentuating what's good about the sport. And I look at this right now. It's not going away anytime soon. For Garrett Cole, he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders because he is the poster child. We'll see how many other star pitchers out there get called out on this, but it's not going away anytime soon. And this is going to be something that's going to hang on Major League Baseball for the entire season and probably longer.